Am I going to die? It hurts. It hurts so much. Lin Kinji's consciousness began to fade as she found herself trapped in a sea of flames. In Hanyu, is that you? I think I see you. The cruise ship exploded, engulfing the sky in fire. Everyone was fleeing in panic, except for a strikingly handsome man in a black coat who was moving against the tide. Just when Lin Xingyu felt utterly hopeless and resigned to her fate in the inferno, she was suddenly enveloped in a familiar embrace. My dear wife, I finally found you. A beam collapsed, striking the man, and blood gushed from his mouth. Yet he held her tightly, protecting her with unwavering resolve. In Hanyu, Lin Xingyu gasped, staring at the man, who was now bleeding yet determined to shield her. In Hanyu, why are you so foolish? You must escape. You don't deserve this. My love, I'm sorry, but this time I cannot heed your words. In Hanyu gently caressed Lin Kinji's pale, fragile face. The agony he endured was evident, yet he wore a smile that radiated satisfaction and exhilaration. He spoke, Xiao Qingyu, I saw the bookmark you wrote, so you don't despise me after all. Xiao Qingyu, in our next life, please don't hide your feelings any longer, all right? My dear wife, you clearly have affection for me. Why do you always try to escape? The overwhelming flames and terrifying explosions consumed everything, drowning out Lin Kinji's response. It hurts. It hurts so much. A pain from an indescribable source jolted Lin Qingyu awake. Before she could fully comprehend her surroundings, her lips were forcefully captured by the man, his tongue invading her mouth. MMM. He seized her hands, offering no chance for resistance, his large hand enveloping hers as their fingers intertwined possessively. Yu. In Hanyu, Lin Xingyu finally recognized the man above her, disbelief turning into ecstatic relief as she embraced him tightly. However, the man seemed to have lost all reason, fervently ravaging her body while repeatedly murmuring her name. Yu. I am here. Tears streamed down Lin Kinji's face as she clung to him even tighter. He was alive? Was this a dream? But if it were a dream, why did it hurt so much? Could it be real? Out of the corner of her eye, Lin Xingyu caught sight of the calendar. 3 years ago, had she truly been reborn to that fateful night 3 years prior? Yet before she could gather her thoughts, the man whisked her into a whirlpool of desire. Overwhelmed, Lin Xingyu instinctively bit down on the man's shoulder. Heaven, why had she returned to this moment? Yu, please don't hate me. Yu, am not repulsive. The sorrow in Lin Kinji's heart surged, her tears flowing freely. I'm sorry. She clung to him tight and leaned in to kiss In Hanyu, her trembling lips infused with deep regret and heartache. In Hanyu, I don't despise you, you're not repulsive at all. In Hanyu, I love you. The girl's words were like the most potent aphrodisiac, igniting an insatiable desire within In Hanyu. As she slipped into unconsciousness, Lin Xingyu thought, what a rare opportunity this rebirth was. Would she really perish again because of this night of enchantment? To be reborn only to die in bed? Truly, what a calamity. When Lin Xingyu awoke again, In Hanyu remained asleep. She reached out, tenderly tracing the handsome features of the man lost in slumber. His strong brows and starry eyes, his exquisitely sculpted features seemed as if they were crafted by the divine hands of Nuwa herself. In Hanyu possessed two undeniable traits that even his enemies could not deny, his stunningly charismatic face and his immense wealth. Wherever he went, he exuded an aura that struck fear into the hearts of many. Yet in this moment of repose, he appeared gentle and serene, devoid of the arrogance he typically displayed. He resembled a sleeping beauty from Monet's garden. As Lin Xingyu gazed at him, she found herself unable to resist leaning in for a kiss. Yielding to temptation, she pressed a soft kiss upon his alluring lips. Afterward, she gathered her clothes, enduring the ache in her body as she made her way to the bathroom to wash up. In the bathroom, Lin Xingyu deliberately took a cold shower. The icy water cascaded over her body as she sorted through her thoughts. In her previous life, she had woken before In Hanyu. He had ingested more of the drug, having consumed most of the alcohol. When she awoke, she could not bear the thought of her innocence being lost so absurdly, and thus she fled the scene in haste. Later, the media reported that the young heir of the capital and a wealthy heiress had spent a night of passion at a hotel. However, the heiress mentioned in the reports was not her, but rather her sister, Lin Qingqing. At that time, she had harbored no affection for In Hanyu. They were recognized by outsiders as sworn enemies, their encounters marked by fights and arguments. Thus, she could never reveal to him the truth that the person who shared a night of passion with him was, in fact, her. Her stepmother, eager to see Lin Qingqing marry In Hanyu, leveraged this incident to morally coerce him into marrying Lin Qingqing. Yet, In Hanyu was a man who played by his own rules. He had no morals, and thus, no one could impose moral constraints upon him. After finishing her bath, just as Lin Qingyu was about to push open the bathroom door, she saw Lin Qingqing jumping in from the balcony. So, in her previous life, Lin Qingqing had personally come to the scene. Lin Qingqing, clad in a hotel nightgown, deliberately loosened her collar, revealing her ample bosom as she approached the sleeping In Hanyu. Just as Lin Qingyu was about to intervene, the handsome man on the bed suddenly awoke. Upon seeing In Hanyu awaken, Lin Qingqing adopted a pitiful and bashful demeanor. "Brother Hanyu, you're finally awake. Last night what happened?" In Hanyu did not spare Lin Qingqing a glance, his voice cold and piercing. We, Lin Qingqing stammered, biting her lip, tears brimming in her eyes. "Are you a stutterer or mute? Last night, you were drugged and you. Some things, especially those of this nature, did not require a full confession." Yet In Hanyu scoffed dismissively. "What about it? Do we sleep together? Brother Hanyu, you." Lin Qingqing feigned embarrassment, lowering her head, her fingers nervously twisting together. "Brother Hanyu, could you not be so explicit? It makes me feel shy. Stop the act. You have the audacity to perform while I can't bear to look." In Hanyu retorted with disdain. "I'm not that desperate." "What do you mean?" "Literally what I said. If you don't understand, go look it up in the dictionary. I'm not your language teacher." Lin Qingqing was utterly humiliated. Last night, her schemes had backfired, leaving her to unwittingly create a wedding gown for Lin Qingyu. Yet she knew Lin Qingyu well. Once she awoke, she would surely be heartbroken and flee in a panic. Thus, Lin Qingqing aimed to take her place. With this, she would seamlessly marry In Hanyu and become the first lady of the capital. "Brother Hanyu, damn it, who permitted you to call me that?" In Hanyu glared at Lin Qingqing, his face contorted with disdain. He then directed his gaze towards the balcony from which she had intruded, his tone laced with a menacing ferocity. "You came from there, so you should return the same way. Of course, considering your audacity, I could simply assist you by kicking you down to save time." Lin Qingqing remained speechless. "Brother Hanyu, you cannot treat me this way. Just last night, you were so warm towards me." She lamented, tears streaming down her face, a picture of pitiful despair. "Warm towards you? What are you even worth? Do you think you deserve that? In Hanyu, am not a fool. I know precisely with whom I have shared my bed, and I certainly do not require your reminders. Get out immediately." Chapter 2. On the first day of rebirth, getting married immediately. Just as Lin Qingqing's hand touched the doorknob, she was called to a halt by In Hanyu. A flicker of joy ignited in her heart, as she instinctively believed that he had changed his mind. Excitedly, she turned around, only to be met with In Hanyu and Appo's sullenly handsome face. "Did I not make myself clear enough?" "What?" "I said, leave the way you came in." He articulated each word with chilling precision. Lin Qingqing's face instantly drained of color, humiliation clawing at her heart. Yet she had no choice but to comply. As she stepped onto the balcony, she was called again. This time, the voice was not that of In Hanyu, but of Lin Qingyu, who approached Lin Qingqing step by step. Initially incredulous, Lin Qingqing was soon overwhelmed by jealousy and rage upon seeing Lin Qingyu, who was clad in Hanyu's white shirt. Her long, fair legs were fully visible, and her hair was damp and casually draped. Yet, in such a simple attire, Lin Qingyu exuded a breathtaking beauty. With delicate features, porcelain skin, and an alluring figure, her expressive eyes sparkled with intelligence, while a small mole at the corner enhanced her charm and allure. She embodied an extraordinary beauty that was striking yet subtle. What fueled Lin Qingqing's jealousy most were the ambiguous marks on Lin Qingyu's body, all whispering of the delightful and passionate night they had shared. That should have been hers. Why? Lin Qingqing's jealousy boiled over. "Lin Qingyu, I will make you pay." She seethed, pointing an accusatory finger. "What are you doing here? Why are you wearing Brother Hanyu and Appo's clothes?" Take them off. Now, realizing her attitude was inappropriate, Lin Qingqing quickly shifted her tone. Sister, what brings you here? Where else should I be? Lin Qingyu glanced at her attire, then cast a meaningful look at Yin Hanyu. As for the clothes, let's just say my dress was torn to shreds by a certain beast last night. I had to make do. Suddenly, Lin Qingyu grasped Lin Qingqing's chin. Sister, what do you think I should be? I. Lin Qingqing faltered, intimidated by Lin Qingyu's piercing gaze. Had Lin Qingyu transformed overnight? She had always been a devoted sister, unable to bear seeing her younger sibling cry or suffer. In the past, a mere display of affection would elicit gifts and support from Lin Qingyu, even against the formidable Yin Hanyu. But now, a sharp slap echoed through the air, landing squarely on Lin Qingqing's face. Stunned, she looked at Lin Qingyu, her voice rising in disbelief. What are you doing? How dare you hit me? Because I want to. Lin Qingyu retorted nonchalantly. No need for explanations. If you really want a reason, it's simply because you're despicable, and punishing the wicked is for the greater good. After delivering her verdict, Lin Qingyu disdainfully pulled out a wet tissue to wipe her hands and then tossed it directly at Lin Qingqing's face. Desperately, Lin Qingqing turned to Yin Hanyu. Brother Hanyu, did you see that? Lin Qingyu is a cruel woman. She does indeed deserve your affection. Is that so? Yin Hanyu replied lazily, his gaze directed at Lin Qingyu, the admiration evident in his tone. But I find her more captivating. Why can't you see me, Brother Hanyu? Lin Qingqing cried out in frustration. Yin Hanyu replied, if you want to understand what's amiss, just take a look in the mirror. Lin Qingqing and Lin Qingyu exchanged silent glances, both taken aback by his words. In that moment, Lin Qingqing's defenses crumbled, and she shouted angrily, Yin Hanyu, how blind can you be? I genuinely like you. Lin Qingyu is in love with someone else. Yin Hanyu's expression shifted abruptly, the atmosphere in the room plummeting to an icy chill. With a murderous glare, he fixated on Lin Qingqing. If you don't want to die, get out. Fearful, Lin Qingqing retreated under his intense gaze. Yet, Lin Qingyu, displaying a surprising kindness, helped her. My dear sister, I almost forgot to tell you. The birthday gift you gave me last night was quite the surprise. From now on, Yin Hanyu is mine. Remember to call him brother-in-law instead of Brother Hanyu. You're not that close. Moreover, Lin Qingyu suddenly patted Lin Qingqing's swollen face. And please, don't set your sights on him again, or else with a beautiful yet mischievous smile. Lin Qingyu pushed Lin Qingqing, who stumbled backward uncontrollably. The next moment, with a resounding splash, Lin Qingqing fell unceremoniously into the hotel's swimming pool from the second floor. Meanwhile, the journalists she had invited captured the scene, their cameras clicking in rapid succession. What are you doing? No photos. No photos. Miss Lin, didn't you invite us to capture exclusive news? Where's the male lead? Are you taking a bath alone? How absurd. Bathing alone cannot be called a couple's bath. Can it? That would be termed a lonely swim. Curse it, not capturing scandalous news, but getting photos of a rising star in an embarrassing fall isn't so bad. Audiences today revel in such mishaps. Indeed, since they were already there, why not take a few more photos? Why does Miss Lin emerge from the water like a drowned ghost? As Yin Hanyu dressed and prepared to leave, he was suddenly embraced from behind by Lin Qingyu. His body tensed immediately. Where are you going? Lin Qingyu asked in a muffled voice. I've arranged for someone to bring you clothes. Just wait a moment, he replied, trying to maintain his composure. But I was asking where you were going? Lin Qingyu blocked his path, her expression indignant. What do you mean nothing happened? What about all these marks on me? She pointed to the marks on her body, accusingly prodding Yin Hanyu's chest, taking a step forward with each accusation while he retreated. Yin Hanyu, when you were ravaging me and calling me sweetheart, did you say nothing happened then? Didn't he mean what? Lin Qingyu's eyes glistened with tears, her voice filled with grievance. What did you mean by that comment earlier? Yin Hanyu found himself at a loss for words. In a similar vein, Lin Qingqing acted with the intent of kicking that wretched person into outer space. Yet in this moment, as Lin Qingyu gazed at him with tearful eyes, her expression filled with grievance, he found her resembling a pitiable yet endearing little rabbit, stirring within him a profound urge to present her with the entire world. I merely just what do you mean by just? Lin Xinyu glared at In Hanyu with her reddened eyes, declaring, In Hanyu, I never imagined you to be such a heartless scoundrel. In Hanyu replied, I will not allow you to take advantage of me. In Hanyu, you must take responsibility for me. In Hanyu widened his eyes in disbelief. What did you say? Lin Xinyu shouted. I said, I want you to take responsibility for me. Responsibility? Are you certain? In Hanyu could hardly believe his ears, questioning whether he had misheard. Shouldn't she be avoiding him like a plague? She had always detested him. In truth, he longed to assume that responsibility. However, he was acutely aware that she did not require it. Yet Lin Xinyu insisted, In Hanyu, I want you to marry me. I wish to become your wife. Chapter 3. The Scoundrel. Do not delay our auspicious moment to obtain a marriage certificate. In Hanyu was taken aback for a considerable duration before he finally regained his voice. Lin Xinyu, do you comprehend what you are articulating? I do, of course I do. In her previous life, they were meant to be together, yet due to various circumstances, they never united. Eventually, they even entered into a sham marriage. In this life, she absolutely could not allow regrets to persist. To hell with a fake marriage. She desired to be In Hanyu's legitimate and genuine wife. Just as Lin Xinyu believed that In Hanyu was about to acquiesce to her request, he unexpectedly reached out to touch her forehead. A look of concern and bewilderment etched upon his face. There is no fever? Have you lost your mind? Have you gone mad, or has water seeped into your brain? Xinyu, don't be afraid. I will take you to the hospital for a checkup. Lin Xinyu. In Hanyu was a man of action. When his assistant Su Jiang arrived with clothes, Lin Xinyu changed into them, and he truly intended to take her to the second hospital for a brain examination. The second hospital specialized in neurology and mental health issues. In Hanyu, I'm not insane, I am earnest. Will you marry me? In Hanyu tapped Lin Xingyu's head lightly, his tone grave and sincere. Just yesterday, you told me to get lost, and today you wish to marry me. Lin Xinyu, you may be capricious, but please do not trifle with the institution of marriage. If you were to take this seriously, she would be doomed. Did she know how much he longed to marry her? Yet, he could be heartless towards anyone else, but not towards her. He could not toy with her happiness and the sanctity of marriage. In Hanyu, I am not being capricious. I genuinely wish to marry you. As Lin Xinyu spoke, In Hanyu had already taken her into the elevator. In Hanyu, what will it take for you to believe me? Perhaps we should sleep together once more? Her words nearly caused In Hanyu to stumble. He tapped Lin Xinyu's forehead again. You are a girl. Be a tad more reserved. Lin Xinyu suddenly traced the outline of In Hanyu's alluring Adam's apple. Reserved? You certainly did not express that sentiment while drenched in sweat upon me last night. In Hanyu. Lin Xinyu parted her red lips and languidly repeated some of his words from the previous night. Kiss me. Hold me tighter. Spread your legs. In an instant, In Hanyu's face flushed crimson. The very next moment, the elevator doors opened slowly. He fled from the elevator as if escaping, only to encounter the man he dreaded most, Lung Yifeng. The very man Lin Xinyu had adored since childhood and loved deeply as she matured. There had been moments of camaraderie between them, but the instant Lung Yifeng appeared, or even uttered a single word, Lin Xinyu would unhesitatingly abandon him. Would this time yield a different outcome? Had she truly meant it when she spoke of marrying him? In Hanyu observed the small hand he held. Upon seeing Lung Yifeng, her demeanor shifted palpably. It was also true that her reason for drowning her sorrows in alcohol the previous night stemmed from Lung Yifeng's absence. As he had claimed, he could not return to celebrate her 23rd birthday. He sensed her hand gradually withdrawing from his grasp. In Hanyu's breath hitched, and his heart ached anew. Indeed, it was always like this. The moment Lung Yifeng appeared, without him needing to do anything, Lin Xinyu would forsake him and rush towards Lung Yifeng. Xinyu, come here. Lung Yifeng, noting Lin Xinyu's lack of urgency to run to him as before, slightly parted his lips. He spoke merely 4 words and then stood at a distance of less than 10 meters, observing Lin Xinyu. He was aware that she would inevitably dash towards him. He had mastered the art of manipulating Lin Xinyu, particularly in using her to inflict pain upon In Hanyu. It was all too familiar to him. They said he could never compare to In Hanyu. Yet, that was not entirely true. In Lin Xinyu's eyes, In Hanyu was utterly defeated, a complete failure. However, This time, Lin Xinyu did not race towards him with the excitement she once had. Instead, she grasped In Hanyu's hand, entwining their fingers. In Hanyu had held her hand tightly before, causing her discomfort, so she wished to change to a more intimate grip. From now on, let's hold hands like this, shall we? Lin Xinyu shook their interlocked fingers. Yet, In Hanyu did not respond. He appeared momentarily stunned. Lin Xinyu shook their hands again with more force. Your grip is domineering and aggressive. It makes me uncomfortable. I prefer to hold hands like this. Xinyu, come here. Lung Yifeng's tone thickened, clearly agitated. Lin Xinyu, however, tightened her grip on In Hanyu's hand even further. In Hanyu's expression shifted, yet he came to an understanding, ultimately allowing a self-deprecating smile to surface. The previous night, Lung Yifeng had declined to come back to celebrate her birthday, and now she sought to utilize In Hanyu to provoke him. Though he was acutely aware of his role as a pitiful pawn, In Hanyu could not bring himself to release her hand. Instead, he gripped Lin Xinyo's hand even more firmly. So be it, a pawn was still a pawn. At least he held some semblance of value in her eyes. At least she still needed him, did she not? In Hanyu continued holding Lin Xinyo's hand as they passed by Lung Yifeng. In that fleeting moment, Lung Yifeng seized Lin Xinyo's arm. Xinyu, if you continue this way, I will be upset. You know the consequences. Consequences? What consequences? Lin Xinyu pushed away Lung Yifeng's hand. Is this more of your cold violence or PUA tactics? Lin Xinyu fixed her gaze upon the man before her, her eyes brimming with sarcasm, frustration, and self-mockery. Yesterday was supposed to be her 23rd birthday, yet had been dismal. That morning, due to her stepmother, she had quarreled with her father. She had intended to call Lung Yifeng for comfort, but he, who had promised to celebrate her birthday with her, had said he could not return. At that moment, Lin Qingqing had arrived at the hotel with cake, wine, and gifts, which touched her deeply. She realized she was not entirely forgotten. At least her sister, Lin Qingqing, cared for her. However, just as Lin Qingqing departed, Lung Yifeng's childhood friend, Jiang Zhuoqing, came to visit her, claiming to apologize on Lung Yifeng's behalf and present her with a birthday gift. She welcomed Jiang Zhuoqing inside, yet he harbored ulterior motives and attempted to assault her. It was In Hanyu who arrived in the nick of time, shattering a wine bottle over Jiang Zhuoqing's head. After Jiang Zhuoqing was taken to the hospital, she called Lung Yifeng to recount the events. Yet he had replied, Xinyu, do not employ such childish and disgraceful methods to summon me back. Zhuoqing is inherently honorable. He would never behave in such a manner. If Jiang Zhuoqing was not that kind of person, did that mean she was? Heartbroken, she subsequently drowned her sorrows in alcohol. When In Hanyu tried to stop her, she snapped and told him to leave. Yet as she continued to drink and ponder, she realized she had acted excessively. Thus, she went to knock on In Hanyu's door to express her gratitude for saving her and to sincerely apologize. But In Hanyu was also indulging in alcohol, having drunk even more than she had. However, that drink had been tampered with by Lin Qingqing, leading to the reckless night they shared. Xinyu, do not use inconsequential men to provoke me. As he mentioned inconsequential men, Lung Yifeng cast a glance at In Hanyu. Lung Yifeng. In Hanyu is not an inconsequential man to me. Lin Xinyu tightened her grip on In Hanyu's hand further, asserting, he is my man. He is about to become my husband. Please step aside. Do not delay our auspicious moment to obtain a marriage certificate. The fury within Lung Yifeng's eyes surged instantaneously. Just as he was about to approach Lin Xinyu, In Hanyu leaped to stand in front of her. Yet, in the face of In Hanyu and Appo's defiance, Lung Yifeng merely scoffed. In Hanyu, have you not yet learned your lesson? With Lin Xinyu, you shall never sit at the table. You are merely a tool to vex me, a shield to deflect my arrows. Before In Hanyu could retort, Lin Xinyu suddenly cradled his handsome face and kissed him. In that fleeting moment, everyone present was rendered speechless. Lin Xinyu, Lung Yifeng barked. Lin Xinyu turned to him and declared, Lung Yifeng, he has not only taken his place at my table, but he has also shared my bed. What did you say? Lung Yifeng's eyes widened with rage. Why such unexpected behavior? Lin Xinyu mocked him with a smile. Lung Yifeng, you have consistently misunderstood one thing. In my love, there have never been mere tools or shields. If such existed, you would be the one to fill that role. You can't truly believe that your mother's hypnosis has erased my memory of the one who affectionately calls me Little Chinyu. Can you? That person is In Hanyu. Chapter 4. It is never too late for marriage. What do you mean? What does it mean? Go back and ask your dear mother. Leaving this remark, Lin Qingyu took In Hanyu's hand and walked away. Witnessing Lin Qingyu and In Hanyu walking away hand in hand, Lung Yifeng felt an overwhelming sense of loss. He immediately chased after them, exclaiming, Qingyu, stop messing around. Aren't you just upset that I didn't celebrate your birthday? I'm back now, aren't I? I will make it up to you. Whatever kind of birthday you want, whatever gifts you desire, I will fulfill them. As Lung Yifeng reached out to grasp Lin Qingyu's hand, In Hanyu swiftly kicked him away. Get lost. Caught off guard. Lung Yifeng was knocked to the ground by In Hanyu's kick. He clutched his stomach in pain, calling out, Qingyu, Qingyu, it hurts. His agonized cries, paired with his handsome features, easily evoked sympathy from others. In Hanyu glanced at Lin Qingyu, who was frowning slightly as she looked at Lung Yifeng. With a self-deprecating smile, In Hanyu released Lin Qingyu's hand. Instead of immediately taking hold of In Hanyu's hand, Lin Qingyu walked over to assist Lung Yifeng. As he stood up, Lung Yifeng shot a triumphant and provocative glance at In Hanyu. Though In Hanyu's expression remained unchanged, his heart ached. What was he testing? What was he hoping for? He turned to leave, but in the next moment, Lung Yifeng's cries of disbelief and anger echoed in the air. Lin Qingyu had knelt down and delivered a swift blow, causing Lung Yifeng to convulse in pain. Before he could react, she struck him twice across the face. You foolish man, do you really think you inspire a sense of protection in others? Lung Yifeng, if I threw you into the swimming pool, the water would turn green. Your tricks used to work on me because I was foolish, but now I've cleared my head. The silence that followed was deafening. Lin Qingyu dashed towards In Hanyu, her breathless voice filled with indignation as she reproached him, her large eyes glimmering with a hint of grievance. Why didn't it oppose? To you wait for me. Correcting garbage takes time, doesn't it? Lin Qingyu grasped In Hanyu's hand, solemnly vowing, rest assured, I am only fierce with foolish men. After we marry, I promise I will not abuse you. In Hanyu, are you truly going to marry me? Yes, yes, yes. I will say it 3 times for emphasis. Lin Qingyu nodded earnestly, her sincerity evident in her large, expressive eyes. In Hanyu, will you marry me? In Hanyu fixed his gaze on Lin Qingyu, suddenly pulling her into his embrace. He closed his eyes, unsure if he was sensing his own heartbeat or hers. After a long pause, he finally uttered a simple good. Little Qingyu, I have waited so long to hear you say this again. Even if you're deceiving me, I will accept it. However, upon arriving at the entrance of the Civil Affairs Bureau, In Hanyu began to have second thoughts. It wasn't regret for himself, but rather apprehension that Lin Qingyu might have regrets. Her current demeanor fell off, although he was uncertain why. He didn't want her to act impulsively and subsequently regret it for a lifetime. What's wrong? Lin Qingyu exited the car and noticed In Hanyu remained seated inside. She urged him several times, hurry and get out. The Civil Affairs Bureau is about to close, and we will miss our chance. In Hanyu looked at Lin Qingyu and said, marriage is never too late. Qingyu, I don't understand why you suddenly want to marry me. But marriage should not be a product of impulse. It is sacred and requires careful consideration. Seeing her excitement wane, Lin Qingyu's small frame appeared even more fragile, prompting In Hanyu to step out of the car and drape his coat over her shoulders. How about this? There's a 1-month cooling-off period for divorce. I will grant you a month to reconsider our impulsive decision to marry. What do you mean? Lin Qingyu's eyes brightened with a glimmer of hope. During this month, you should take the time to think it through carefully. If after a month you still wish to marry me, we will proceed immediately. Lin Qingyu suddenly raised her gaze to In Hanyu, her dark pupils filled with concern and remorse. I and Appos, am sorry. In Hanyu paused. Why the sudden apology? Lin Qingyu embraced him tightly, rubbing against his broad chest. Because I only consider my feelings and neglected yours. Having returned to life, the joy of reclaiming what was lost had her dizzy. She merely wanted to hold onto In Hanyu tightly and mend the regrets of their past life. Yet, she understood everything, while he remained oblivious. To In Hanyu, her current behavior undoubtedly appeared erratic. That he was willing to accompany her in her madness was a testament to his deep affection for her. She was too hasty. She needed to take her time, gradually unraveling his heart. How could one achieve great things in a single gulp? All right, Lin Xingyu complied obediently, but then she furrowed her brow. What's wrong? In Hanyu flicked her forehead playfully. Lin Xingyu pouted, sulking. Can we kiss and sleep together without getting married? In Hanyu, I enjoy kissing you, Lin Xingyu declared, rising on her toes to plant a kiss on his lips. I just realized your lips are so soft and inviting. I want to kiss you every day. Although In Hanyu did not respond, the corners of his mouth began to lift uncontrollably. However, Lin Xingyu's next words instantly stiffened his smile and darkened his expression. But your skills in bed are lacking. You left me in pain and discomfort last night. In Hanyu's previously cheerful demeanor transformed into a grave expression. Lin Xingyu, why are you being so harsh? I am merely stating the truth, she replied. I am clarifying this to ensure our future intimate life is harmonious and comfortable. Since your skills are lacking, I shall take the lead from now on. In Hanyu from now on? She mentioned from now on. His expression visibly brightened. Is that all right? Lin Xingyu pouted, tugging at his sleeve and gently shaking it. Is that all right? This little enchantress, did she wish to drive him to madness? In Hanyu and Appo's brow twitched in response. Yet, he resolutely replied no. Lin Xingyu instantly wilted. Why not? In Hanyu extended his large hand to pat her head. It's getting dark. I will take you home. Don't. Lin Xingyu immediately retreated, making a retreating gesture. No. In Hanyu, I just had an argument with my father yesterday. I left home only a day ago. It would be embarrassing to return now. Why did you argue? Were you wronged? Need I explain? Lin Xingyu sighed. With a stepmother comes a stepfather. In her childhood, her father had treated her well. However, after the arrival of her stepmother, everything gradually changed. Her stepmother was not the typical wicked stepmother. On the contrary, she was considerate and gentle, meticulous in her actions, which initially led Lin Xingyu to believe her stepmother was quite agreeable. However, after enduring a series of harrowing events, she finally comprehended that her stepmother was the most terrifying of all. It was akin to being a frog slowly boiled in water, until ultimately, she found herself unable to escape. In this lifetime, she vowed never to be so naive again. Yet, at present, the most significant person to her was In Hanyu, while everyone else faded in the background. Lin Xingyu's thoughts were indeed beautiful. She chose not to pursue him, yet he sought her out instead. She promptly received a call from her stepmother at home. Chapter 5. Using tea to treat tea. Managing the green tea mother and daughter as Lin Xingyu returned to the Lin household. She caught sight of the warm and affectionate scene at the dining table involving the trio. Her stepmother, Wang Yalan, was serving her father, Lin Jiwei, a generous helping of rice and soup. Jiwei, you've been working so hard lately. I've specially prepared your favorite black chicken and coconut soup. Be sure to drink plenty, she said. Thank you, Yalan, Lin Jiwei replied appreciatively. You say that, but it's no trouble at all. Serving you in this life is my greatest blessing. He held Wang Yalan's hand, feeling both touched and content. Ugh, Dad and Mom, you two are so mushy, Lin Xingqing teased playfully. Child! Wang Yalan shot a disapproving glance at Lin Xingqing. Lin Xingqing chuckled. Mom, I want some coconut soup too. She sweetly extended her bowl. And before Wang Yalan could react, Lin Jiwei, beaming, ladled soup in her bowl, even adding a large chicken leg. Thank you, Dad. Lin Xingqing replied sweetly, her voice dripping with charm. Lin Jiwei's smile broadened, and he affectionately said, You should stop worrying about your weight. A girl's health is paramount, and you must eat well. Yes, Dad. I'll listen to you, she replied obediently. Unlike my sister, who is so stubborn. Lin Xingyu scoffed quietly. Lin Xingqing was a rising star in the entertainment industry, but her fame was solely the result of her family's financial backing, as her looks and figure were rather unremarkable. In a desperate bid for attention, she engaged in excessive dieting, even developing an eating disorder. Now, she pretended to relish her meal just to win their father's favor. Why did you call me back if you know I'm so defiant? Is it merely to mock me while showcasing your family's warm moments? Lin Xingyu retorted. Watch your words. Lin Jiwei and Appo's anger flared instantly. I'm speaking plainly. Human words, Chinese words, Mandarin, Earth language. If you don't understand, I can switch to space language. She shot back. Lin Qingyu. Lin Jiwei's fury escalated, causing him to slam the table in frustration. Jiwei, please, let us discuss this calmly, Wang Yao interjected, attempting to soothe him as she approached Lin Qingyu. Gently, she took Lin Qingyu into Appo's hand. Qingyu, you've returned just in time. Please sit down for dinner. As Lin Qingyu settled down, Lin Jiwei remarked, this entire spread is filled with your favorite dishes. Your Aunt Yalin slaved over them all afternoon. Don't you want to thank her? All my favorites? Lin Qingyu pointed at the scallions and bitter melon on her plate. I've never eaten ginger or bitter melon since I was a child. Why are they here? Wang Yalin's expression shifted awkwardly as she replied, oh dear, I must have absent-mindedly added ginger. As for the bitter melon, your father has been suffering from severe heat lately, so I thought it might help. Lin Qingyu picked up her chopsticks, only to place them back down. TSK, TSK, TSK. Every dish is laden with ginger. Aunt Yalin, you've been careless several times. Haven't you? I'm sorry, Qingyu. I truly forgot. I'll pick it out for you, Wang Yalin said, starting to remove the ginger pieces. Lin Jiwei shot a glare at Lin Qingyu. Your aunt is a senior. Lin Qingyu shrugged. Isn't it the responsibility of seniors to care for juniors? Indeed, indeed. Lin Jiwei conceded, while Wang Yalin continued to smile as she removed the ginger. However, Lin Qingqing could no longer hold her tongue. Mom, why are you putting up with her? She asked, just taking advantage of your kindness. Taking advantage? Lin Qingyu pointed at the lobster shells in front of Lin Qingqing. Those were just peeled by Dad for you, weren't they? Lin Qingqing puffed up her chest, smugly declaring, yes, Dad loves me the most. Lin Qingyu suddenly turned her gaze to Lin Jiwei. Dad loves me the most. Lin Jiwei paused mid-action. Lin Qingyu continued. Qingqing isn't Dad's biological daughter. Yet he can peel shrimp for her. Why can't Aunt Yalin pick out ginger for me? Has Aunt Yalin never considered me a daughter? Her words plunged the room into an awkward silence, leaving everyone speechless. If Dad can treat Qingqing, who isn't his biological child, like his own, why can't Aunt Yalin do the same for me? Lin Qingyu looked at Lin Jiwei with a hint of grievance. Dad, don't you agree? Huh? Who can't sell tea? Lin Jiwei cast a disapproving glance at Wang Yalin, his tone irritable. This is the last time it won't happen again. Wang Yalin, looking distressed, replied, I truly didn't mean to. You two quarreled yesterday, and Qingyu didn't come home all night. I was worried sick, so, while cooking today, I was a bit distracted and accidentally added the ginger. Now, the spotlight shifted back to Lin Qingyu. Lin Jiwei's expression darkened as he questioned her. Why didn't you come home last night? Where were you? At this inquiry, Lin Qingyu turned her gaze to Lin Qingqing, saying meaningfully, let my sister answer that. Qingqing? Lin Jiwei looked at Lin Qingqing with suspicion. Do you know where your sister went? Why didn't you tell me when I asked yesterday? Lin Qingqing's face turned pale. Right. Lin Jiwei noted her expression. Why do your cheeks look swollen? It seems like someone hit you. It was sister. Lin Qingqing was about to spill the beans. But Lin Qingyu suddenly wrapped her arm around Lin Qingqing's shoulder and gently stroked her bruised face. Oh dear, it's quite swollen. Who hit you? It's rather symmetrical and pretty. Lin Qingqing remained silent. Lin Qingyu beamed at her sister, a glint of mischief in her eyes. Dear sister, why are you looking at me like that? Are you implying that I was the one who hit you? Stop talking nonsense. Lin Jiwei shot Lin Qingyu a warning glance. Despite your unreliability, I know you would never harm your sister. Lin Qingyu's smile deepened. You truly understand me, Dad. Lin Qingqing's anger flared anew, but just as she was about to explode, Wang Yalin shot her a glare. Lin Qingyu then provocatively remarked, yesterday, Qingqing surprised me with a grand birthday gift. Dad, would you like to know what your wonderful daughter presented me? What did she give you? Lin Jiwei's curiosity piqued. He had prepared a gift for Lin Qingyu that morning, but it was evident she did not appreciate it. Hence, he was genuinely interested in what Lin Qingqing had gifted her to evoke such a reaction. Your sister is quite discerning. She rarely accepts ordinary gifts. Qingqing, quickly tell Dad what you got me, so I can avoid her saying I'm being perfunctory in the future. Lin Jiwei inquired eagerly. She gave her a night of passion with In Hanyu, didn't she? At this thought, Lin Qingqing's fury surged. She leaped to her feet, exclaiming, Lin Qingyu, you shameless person. Do you really need to flaunt your relationship with Han? Lin Jiwei, stunned, turned to Lin Qingqing. What did you just say? As a traditional man with strict family values, he was appalled and furious at Lin Qingqing's audacity towards her sister. How dare you say such things about your sister? Apologize to her at once. As Lin Qingqing gazed at Lin Qingyu's smug expression, a wave of indignation washed over her. I won't. Lin father slammed his hand on the table in fury. Qingqing, I have always regarded you as my own daughter, treating you with utmost care. I even indulged you excessively out of concern that you might feel out of place in this family. However, this does not excuse your disrespectful and derogatory remarks toward your sister. Our family has always upheld strict values. Where did you learn such language? He cast an irate glance at Wang Yalan. Look at the daughter you have raised. Realizing Lin father was genuinely enraged, Wang Yalan immediately stood up and delivered a slap towards Lin Qingqing. Lin Qingqing looked at her mother in disbelief. Mom, apologize to your sister at once. Wang Yalan commanded sternly. Lin Qingqing clenched her fists, feeling humiliated as she turned to Lin Qingyu. I'm sorry. Lin Qingyu nonchalantly toyed with her ear. I didn't hear you. You. Just as Lin Qingqing was about to retaliate, she was silenced by Wang Yalan's glare. With a tearful gaze, she shouted in humiliation. I said, I'm sorry. Her eyes brimming with tears, she glared at Lin Qingyu. Can you forgive me now? Sister. Sister. Yet Lin Qingyu responded with a radiant smile. No, dear sister. I shall never forgive you. Chapter 6. Who can't play the sympathy card? Lin Qingqing returned to her room and immediately transformed into a master of desktop cleaning, venting her frustration by throwing and smashing everything in sight. Wang Yalan entered and promptly locked the door behind her. As Lin Qingqing turned around, she received a sharp slap from Wang Yalan. Mother, am I still your daughter? Lin Qingqing shouted in anger. Wang Yalan retorted, if you weren't my daughter, would you be living in the Lin family? Would you be the esteemed daughter of the Lin family? She pointed at the jewelry scattered across the floor. What? You no longer desire these? Fine, I'll send you back to your biological father, where you can continue to scavenge for a living. At the thought of her previous life, Lin Qingqing trembled with fear. No, no, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. She clutched Wang Yalan in desperation. Pleading, Mother, I want to go back. I absolutely refuse. Not going back. Wang Yalan said, if you refuse to go back, then pick up these things and put them away properly. Trembling, Lin Qingqing hurriedly gathered the jewelry. Most of these treasures were gifts from her father and Lin Qingyu, each one a valuable item that had previously been beyond her reach. Seeing Lin Qingqing's tear-filled eyes, Wang Yalan embraced her, saying, Qingqing, if you wish to escape your former life, you must heed your mother's words. Lin Jiwei was busy with work every day, and he despised returning home to a cacophony of trivial troubles. This was also why he had gradually grown disenchanted with Lin Qingyu. Her spoiled and willful demeanor meant that upon his return, he was met with her complaints, which over time became unbearable. However, he did not realize that her tantrums were subtly instigated by Wang Yalan. The effect was pronounced, and Lin Jiwei's patience for Lin Qingyu diminished year by year. The once close father-daughter bond was steadily eroded. Yet at the dinner table that day, a single remark from Lin Qingyu shattered his composure, revealing his true self. You're simply a disappointment to Mother. Do you still want to argue? Your behavior today is no different from when I quietly provoked Lin Qingyu. You used to call her foolish, yet your conduct at the table today mirrors hers. You're even more foolish. Lin Qingqing fell silent. Wang Yalan sighed, but it's not entirely your fault. I was equally surprised by Lin Qingyu's behavior today. She seems to have changed. Mother, what should we do? Lin Qingqing asked, a mixture of anger and grievance evident in her voice. Are we to endure this humiliation forever? Never, Wang Yalan replied decisively, her usually gentle eyes now filled with venom. Give me some time, and the Lin family will eventually belong to us. In the dead of night, in the Lin family study, Lin Jiwei said to Lin Qingyu, one must practice mercy. Lin Qingyu, sucking on a lollipop and lounging on the sofa, pulled the candy from her mouth at her father's words. He shot her an annoyed glance. How old are you? Still eating lollipops? It's unbecoming. Lin Xingyu glanced at the lollipop in her hand. Father, this is the candy you always bought me when you wanted to cheer me up. You used to say I was easy to comfort, and that a lollipop would stop my tears. You even joked that you needed to provide me with lollipops for life to prevent me from being swayed by other boys. For a fleeting moment, Lin Jiwei was taken aback, halting his examination of the documents in his hands. Father, it has never been I who has changed, but you. In the past, all your attention was on me. Now, when you show me a modicum of kindness, you must consider Wang Yalin and Lin Qingqing and Appos as feelings. You can't even send me a birthday gift without also preparing identical ones for Lin Qingqing and a better one for Wang Yalin. Lin Jiwei stammered, I'm just trying to avoid causing them to feel insecure. You are my biological daughter, but Qingqing is not. I fear their insecurities might disrupt our family harmony. Lin Qingyu scoffed. So you do acknowledge that I am your biological daughter? But father, while you consider Wang Yalin and Lin Qingqing's feelings, do you ever consider mine? Why must your biological daughter endure such unfair treatment and bear even greater grievances? Lin Jiwei was rendered speechless. Father, I am not angry because you spend more on Wang Yalin and Lin Qingqing. It's my birthday, yet why can I no longer receive a gift that is solely mine? Why have I lost the privilege of your favoritism on my special day? Lin Jiwei thought she constantly complained. But, father, think back to when I began to voice my grievances. Why should I not express my feelings to you, my closest confidant? You have always taught me never to suppress my feelings and to share everything with you. Yet now, when I do, you find me bothersome and call me ungrateful. All my grievances stem from you. As she spoke, tears streamed down Lin Qingyu's face. Who cannot play the sympathy card? In her previous life, she had been too direct and stubborn, always confronting Lin Jiwei head-on, leading to endless arguments that culminated in her disappointment and departure from home. In this life, she would not be so foolish. Indeed, upon witnessing Lin Qingyu's tears, Lin Jiwei became flustered. His daughter, who had always been cheerful, never cried unless deeply hurt. He rushed over to Lin Qingyu, distressed. You, please don't cry. But Lin Qingyu cried even harder. Lin Jiwei paced anxiously. You, please stop crying. I realize my mistake. I apologize. Just then, there was a knock at the door. Lin Qingyu knew it had to be Wang Yalin. She quickly whispered a few words to her father, who reflexively protested. Don't say that. Your Aunt Lan is not like that. She is the kindest and gentlest. Lin Qingyu rolled her eyes in disdain. Just do as I say. With that, she covered her face and ran out crying. Wang Yalin entered with a freshly brewed ginseng tea. Jiwei, did you hit the child? Lin Jiwei, recalling Lin Qingyu's earlier words, angrily smashed a cup. She's gone too far, becoming increasingly willful and arrogant. I could not contain my anger and struck her. A flicker of satisfaction crossed Wang Yalin's eyes. But she feigned concern. Jiwei, drink some tea. Don't let your anger harm your health. Lin Jiwei accepted the tea, sighing, you understand me, Yalin. Suddenly, Wang Yalin began to cry. Lin Jiwei recalled Lin Qingyu's earlier words. Father, she will surely cry. Then say she is sorry for not teaching Lin Qingqing properly, and that she has disappointed you. But in truth, we all understand. It's a warning to you to stop meddling in my affairs. Yalin, why are you crying all of a sudden? Wang Yalin sobbed, I feel guilty. I haven't raised Qingqing well. Jiwei, I have let you down. You must be disappointed in both me and Qingqing. Lin Jiwei replied, though I was angry. You shouldn't have hit her. Now, she probably harbors resentment toward me as her stepfather. That is not true, Wang Yalin reassured him. You are Qingqing's father. Even if you scold her, it's still a blessing for her. Jiwei, I have long hesitated to confide in you that Qingqing has always harbored a deep envy for Qingyu. The capricious child is, after all, the happiest, while the sensible ones often endure countless grievances. Has Qingqing never wished to live as recklessly as Qingyu? Alas, she simply does not possess the same fortune as Qingyu. As Wang Yalin spoke, her tears flowed even more profusely. Lin Jiwei, however, was enveloped in a complex gaze, for her words echoed those of Lin Qingyu from earlier. Almost verbatim, Wang Yalin's remarks encapsulated both the willfulness and lack of understanding attributed to Lin Qingyu, while simultaneously casting Lin Qingqing in a pitiful light. Once Wang Yalan departed, Lin's father leaned back in his chair, wearily massaging his temples. Lin Qingyu approached him and gently pressed her hand on his shoulder. You. In that moment, Lin's father found it difficult to meet his daughter's gaze. Yet, Lin Qingyu refrained from seizing the opportunity to mock him, saying, "Father, did I not speak the truth? Wang Yalan is not as simple and kind-hearted as you believed." Instead, Lin Qingyu spoke with a voice tinged with grievance, almost a whisper. "Father, I understand that your situation is quite challenging, and thus, I am willing to endure some suffering to preserve the harmony of our family." "What do you mean?" Lin and opposed, as father swiftly turned to face her. Her response was a choked whisper, eyes reddened and head bowed. "Starting tomorrow, I will move out." She was determined to pursue her own path. Chapter 7. Pursuing a Husband. The proximity of water leads to the first moon. After a few days of business in Hong Kong, In Hanyu returned, only to be engulfed in a melancholic state. Ini Chin, perplexed, gazed at his elder brother and inquired, "Brother, didn't we successfully secure the project in Hong Kong?" "Father is absolutely delighted. So why you seem so glum?" In Hanyu remained silent, seated on the balcony with a drink in hand, occasionally glancing at his phone. Yet, the device remained eerily quiet. Not a single call or message had come through. That little trickster, claiming she wanted to marry him, had ignored him entirely during his week-long trip. Fuming, he downed the contents of his glass in one swift motion. Ini Chin, more confused than ever, turned to assistant Sue. "Sue, what's wrong with my brother? We just achieved a monumental victory, securing a project worth billions. Shouldn't we be celebrating?" Sue, with an expression of understanding, beckoned Ini Chin closer. "What else could it be? He's heartbroken." Upon hearing this, In Hanyu's expression darkened as he hurled his glass towards Sue and Ini Chin. "Get lost." Startled, Sue and Ini Chin hurriedly retreated, taking deep breaths at the doorway, their hearts racing. What a tyrant. Once they regained composure, Ini Chin seemed to have an epiphany. Could it be because of Lin Qingyu? Sue shrugged. Who else could have such a profound effect on our boss? Ini Chin clenched his teeth. I cannot coexist with that woman. As fate would have it, just then, the elevator doors opened, and Lin Qingyu stepped out. Lin Qingyu. Upon seeing her, In Chin stormed over, brimming with anger. "Hello, In Little Third," Lin Qingyu teased, waving at him. In Chin snapped. "I told you not to call me that." Lin Qingyu promptly amended. "All right, hello, In Old Third." In Chin. "Sue, Miss Qingyu, you truly know how to infuriate someone." As In Chin was about to continue, he suddenly realized something. "Lin Qingyu, what are you doing here?" "I live here," she replied nonchalantly. "What?" In Chin and Oppo's eyes widened in disbelief. "When did you move in? How could you live here? Why not?" Lin Qingyu countered. "I've been living here for several days now." This was the most luxurious apartment in the capital, inhabited only by the affluent. In Hanyu's residence here was nothing short of extravagant, yet Lin Qingyu was not lacking in funds. To gain proximity to him, she had purchased the apartment directly opposite his. Oh my goodness! In Chin instantly sensed a crisis. This enchantress had already captivated his brother's heart, and now she was living right across from him. Was his brother not akin to Tang Sung entering the cave of entanglements? Feeling the urgency, In Chin assumed a defensive stance. No, you cannot live here. You must move out immediately." Lin Qingyu raised her chin defiantly. "And who are you to dictate that? Why should I listen to you? My brother won't allow you to stay here." "Then let your brother come and tell me himself." As In Chin prepared to confront his brother, he hesitated, realizing that if In Hanyu found out Lin Qingyu had moved in across from him, he would be overjoyed. "Lin Qingyu, you must leave. Immediately." In a moment of desperation, he pulled out a black card. "Take this card and move out. You can use it however you wish." "Really?" Lin Qingyu's eyes sparkled with excitement as she eagerly accepted the card. In Chin's anger flared. "Lin Qingyu, you shallow and vulgar woman. How can a mere black card sway you from my brother? Is he worth less than a piece of plastic? How could you treat him so?" Lin Qingyu blinked her large, innocent eyes. "Did you not offer me the card for this purpose?" In Chen. "Thanks, little brother-in-law." Lin Qingyu affectionately tucked the card into her bag. "Although I am not short on money, who would ever say no to more?" In Chen. Just as In Chen was about to explode with frustration, The door swung open. Without a doubt, it was In Han-yu, dressed impeccably in a sleek black coat. His eyes, darkened by exhaustion and the effects of alcohol, held an alluring depth, and despite his weariness, his strikingly handsome visage possessed an irresistible charm. "Darling, you're finally back." Lin Qingyu leaped into his arms, catching him off guard. He instinctively took a step back, but his arms wrapped around her securely. As he felt the warmth of her body and the fragrance wafting from her, In Han-yu felt as if he had been revived. "Sweetheart, I and Oppose. V missed you terribly. Did you miss me?" The girl looked up, her eyes sparkling. For a moment, In Han-yu was at a loss for words, as if his soul was still settling back into place. Suddenly, Lin Qingyu wrinkled her nose, sniffing playfully. "You smell of alcohol, darling. Have you been drinking?" He nodded, somewhat dazed by her affectionate terms. "From now on, when I and Oppose am not by your side, you're not allowed to drink," she declared, pouting. Ini-chin felt an urge to protest. How could she make such an impudent demand? What businessman abstained from drinking? Yet In Han-yu asked why. Because what if you misbehave when drunk? If I'm not there, wouldn't tea that be given to little vixens outside an opportunity? That one tea happened. In Han-yu replied earnestly. But Lin Qingyu was not easily swayed. "You did misbehave last time after drinking, so how can I trust you?" In Han-yu. He suddenly found himself at a loss for words. Ini-chin, on the other hand, felt as though the sky was collapsing. "Oh my heavens, did I just hear that correctly? My pure and celestial brother has been sullied by that little vixen? Oh no, oh no, oh no, my brother is tainted." In Han-yu shot him a fierce glare, causing Ini-chin to instinctively cover his mouth, internally lamenting. "Oh no, my brother is tainted. What do I do?" "You moved in?" In Han-yu asked, looking at the door opposite them. "Yes," Lin Qingyu said, opening her door and pulling him inside to flaunt her decor. "I and Oppose. V been here for several days now. How do you like my setup? Feels quite homely, doesn't it?" Home. In truth, he had prepared a home for her long ago. Every brick and beam in that manor, every blade of grass and tree had been arranged according to her preferences. He had taken her there once, but that visit had ended in an unpleasant incident. A phone call from Lung Yifeng had driven her to threaten to leave, and since then he had not returned. He would rather stay in a hotel or this cold, uninviting apartment than inhabit a home without her. A home without her presence was not truly a home. Only memories that he alone could hold onto were not enough to constitute a memory. Chapter 8, man. Are you being two-faced? Upon witnessing his brother entering the lair of the enchanting vixen, Ini-chin could no longer remain seated and hurriedly followed suit. He was determined to safeguard his brother's honor. Lin Qingyu, meanwhile, guided In Han-yu on a tour of her residence before abruptly abandoning him to dash into the kitchen. "Oh no, I'm doomed. The soup is about to evaporate." Lifting the lid off the clay pot, Lin Qingyu breathed a sigh of relief. Thank goodness. She turned to In Han-yu with eager anticipation. "Have you eaten? I knew you were coming back today, so I specially prepared your favorite tomato beef brisket soup." "What? You actually cooked again?" Ini-chin instantly shifted into a state of high alert. Even the usually composed Su when readied himself for battle. There was no helping it. It was muscle memory. When Miss Qingyu cooked, it could be lethal. He recalled the last time she had prepared 2 dishes for In Han-yu, which had been nothing more than 2 perfectly round cabbages, uncut, nearly overflowing the plate. When she made buns, she had indeed wrapped an entire cob of corn within the dough. And then there was the dark, unrecognizable dish he had to ponder for ages before realizing it was charred chestnuts, each one bristling with spikes. However, these were merely trifles. The appetizers of danger. The true peril lay in the fact that this Miss Qingyu was genuinely hazardous in the kitchen. He could not forget the time In Han-yu had to be rushed to the hospital in the middle of the night after consuming her cooking. With a wary eye on Lin Qingyu, Ini-chin prepared to enact a grand escape. "Lin Qingyu, step back. Keep your dishes and that wretched pot at least 300 meters away from my brother." Lin Qingyu's lips twitched. Is it really necessary? Is it not? Even if my brother had 10 lives, he wouldn't survive your culinary creations. Lin Qingyu scratched her head sheepishly, glancing at In Han-yu. "I did it on purpose before. Yet, that foolish brother of hers had actually eaten it. In truth, my cooking skills are quite good. Puffed. With your abysmal cooking. How dare you boast? Do you even?" Before Ini-chin could finish his sentence, In Han-yu seized him by the shoulder and tossed him out. I know. In Han-yu interjected. The Lin family operated hotels and ran a renowned catering business, with Lin family cuisine